it was incredible. I was like,
yeah,
this is
it was
so good.
it's so insane. And then when you look at Van der Poel, when Jasper Stuyven,
Yeah.
who got third, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did that attack, you could see that Van der Poel was like, I can't chase that down. Someone else needs to. So waited for Mads. But then that moment, obviously, whereas normally he would never wait. And I think that just showed that he had expended all his energy.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Bike Tires Direct, your one-stop shop for all things bikes. Use code Bonk Babes in all caps for 10% off your order at biketiresdirect.com.
To the Bonk Babes.
Whoa.
Should we do that?
That was really good.
That was actually beautiful. Don't you think?
So when I was younger, I used to tell people that I was like, oh yeah, so-and-so said that I sounded like Hannah Montana when I sang. Because I used to sing.
Good.
It's so like main character energy of me, like very on brand, you know?
Very on brand.
I can imagine that when you're the kind of person that when you're doing your efforts, you are singing really out loud on your bike.
Wait, no. So I am actually going to send you a video after this because I literally was on the bike the other day, like trying to take a video, like normally. Because I'm doing a collab post with this like pillow company. They sent me a pillow.
Hello.
And so I like literally was just trying to get some like B-roll of me riding because I got all of my new like team kits and stuff. So I was like, okay, like B-roll. And then like in my ear was Cardi B and I like just started singing.
You know when like in your head you sound amazing.
But, my gosh.
Because like sometimes when I'm doing my efforts and I just shout a random word of the song.
Yeah, guys, I was doing intervals the other day and I was like doing that like half-ass like breathy like singing like one word at a time but like shouting it and I'm like and then I was probably doing it for 2 minutes before I was like shit like I need to stop.
Yeah.
If anybody's around me.
Someone has like literally laughed at me before because I was just like, it's doing some effort.
Wait, I was talking about that the other day with my friends because I was like, since we live by Rothrock State Forest, the forest is like super quiet when it's cold out, obviously, but it's a good place to ride because it's not super windy.
It's a good place to sing.
Yeah, but now, like when I was in there on Saturday, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people in here when it's warm out. So I'm like, you really have to
be
like,
careful.
Watch your back, what you do.
But before I got into cycling like properly, I used to go to spin classes and I used to actually love it because like the spin instructor would get you in the hype.
Yes.
And,
I think we need to start carrying more speakers on group rides.
Yeah.
Except maybe it has to be the right person.
Yeah, I was
going to
say, it can either go two ways. It can either be like, who's that dickhead? Or it'll be,
oh my God,
maybe
on
a legend.
On my old team, my little 5 team, we would do rollers for like 3 hours, Saturday and Sunday. So our team made like a joint playlist. And then everyone just like put in whatever songs they wanted to. And it doesn't say what songs who put in. So like we would just shuffle play this playlist and every song that came on, we would try and pick out the teammate of who put what song on.
Funny.
It was fun.
I love that. We always listen to like all the Big Booty remixes.
Yeah, I still do that.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that. That's what I do miss a bit about the team element. When we were on the road, we just like sit in a circle and blare out music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what like at Mid-South I was like after the race on Friday, obviously like the race started at 1, so it's like you're taking in all this caffeine and stuff in the afternoon. So it was like we all didn't go to bed till like 1 p.m., but we were all just like sitting up and talking. And like in the living room, and I was like, I love this. We're just hanging out.
Even like the post-race adrenaline and like especially most of my races start like at earliest 4 p.m. and you're just wired all night, whether you take caffeine or not. And so it's like we always just like we're usually around the course till 9, 10, just hanging out. 11. Dinner's always at like 10 p.m.
That's so crazy. Wait, so talk about Sunny King. Wait, does your team have
weekend for your team?
Custom Lululemon merch?
Oh my gosh. Okay, funny story. So we got all of our stuff custom heat pressed by a place called Chance in I want to say LA area. And Kendall accidentally put her black Lululemon tank, I think, in the like in the mix of all of our shirts and kit, like accidentally threw it in there, and so they pressed it, and it looks so good. But like she's the
That's
only one who
hilarious.
has it.
Oh,
So
okay, gotcha.
yeah, I
Because
know.
I saw that. I
I
literally
know.
saw her stories of her doing the feed zone stuff,
I
and she
know.
turned
It's
around, and I
so
was like,
cute.
"Oh my gosh, she has a custom
I know.
Lululemon
I'm
tank
so
top?"
jealous. I need to figure out what it is and buy it and do the same thing.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're trying to be the queens of the South. So we got
Yes.
one more to go, Athens this weekend, but
Amazing.
yeah, we won the crit and the road race. There was a road race after on Sunday yesterday. After Sunny King. It's called Choco Loco
Yeah.
Road Race, actually. Um, and it's kind of more like it's the collegiate conference like uh road race, but there were a few pros who stuck around and did it too. So we were like, we're here, might as well. Um, the crit was so much fun. I think we definitely wanted to go out there and like put our mark on it. So
You
that's what we
did
did.
that.
It was yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was maybe like it was we're so happy, but like we definitely like just kept going. Like I think we were really excited and we had the legs and the energy to just like keep doing blows at the front. So we did like up until 3 to go and then we were like maybe we should do a lead out. Get
That's
ready for
funny.
the finish.
Wasn't there a
But yeah.
huge crash on the last corner?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I both the girls are okay, but it was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that did not look good.
I
No.
know it's and you never want to see it. It's really hard to when it's like there's actually a crash in the final like 200 meters of the road race too, and like it's really tough when it's like I think towards the end you kind of turn your brain off a little bit
Yeah,
more,
for sure.
and it starts just getting dicier fighting for wheels, but yeah, that was tough. It puts a damper on things, like, even if, you don't have teammates in that crash, like, you definitely want to be respectful of the teams who, just had some girls get seriously injured and,
Yeah.
but they are both in stable
Oh, that's
condition
good.
and at home and healing. But yeah,
Oh.
it's tough to see. But the race was really fun other than the crash in the last corner.
How did it play out, like, throughout? Who was throwing
Oh my gosh. So there's a
during the
team
first half?
called Kingdom Elite
Mhm.
and there was us. So we were the two like main teams represented. And Kingdom Elite's known to be pretty aggressive, like just like lots of attacks.
Yeah,
They
they're
have some
really
really
strong.
yeah, they have some really
Mhm.
strong like time trialists and Shannon's really strong on that team. Heidi's a good sprinter. They have matches to burn. So they make sure to race forward and we knew that going into it and we were kind of like, cool, we kind of want to do the same. Like even though we're a team of sprinters, like it was a smaller race, like it's still part of the series, but I think there were only like 40 girls and again, only two huge teams represented. So, I think Kingdom Elite and us just like really lots of attacks. We always were able, I think for the most part, to put somebody up with them or to start the attack ourselves and get some distance. I know Tess was up there for a bit, Ureli, Laurel ended up lapping the field with a Kingdom Elite girl.
Oh.
Um, and she also, I think, won the bunch sprint. I think
Yeah.
she
Well,
wa
that's what, because I saw her win the sprint, so
Yeah,
and then I saw she put lapped the field, so I was like, "Holy
yeah.
shit!" So she
So
lapped and then won the bunch
it
sprint.
was so funny too because they lapped up and she came flying by us and like when they were lapping up and they just like kept going and then eventually settled back into the pack.
That's
But
so funny.
again, just like a lot of energy to like, you know.
Yeah, that's so good. So was
So
everyone else just like, "Well, that's one too," but
yeah.
uh,
So it's a little tricky so lapping up with two people is like fine because you're able to like know who
no.
that other person is. But as soon as you start lapping with like 5+ people, which
Yeah.
is what
So
happened in the men's
confusing.
race, I think they lapped up with like 7 or 8,
Oh
9
god, so you
people,
don't
and
know.
then you need to then win the
Yeah.
sprint because who knows who else was in that break, and like they're probably going to contend for the final sprint too just to make sure you win.
Yeah.
I had a situation once where my team lapped up a couple years ago with a lot of people and we ended up not winning the race. right?
That's
And
true.
so even though you had like teammates waiting in the bunch for you, didn't get organized to do that final push and like finish it off. So yeah, it was crazy. And then Kendall lined up for third to
Yeah.
technically like win
Sorry, so
without.
when you lap the bunch, does everyone else get a lap minus then?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's like even if someone hypothetically beat Laurel, but Laurel, like if Kendall out sprinted Laurel, but Laurel lapped the field, Laurel still is
wins.
placed over.
As long as she beats, the only person she has to beat is that one other rider she lapped up with.
Right.
So like she was guaranteed to get second place.
Correct. Yeah. I think Athens is going to play out a lot differently. It's a much different course, much different race. It is smaller than it has been. Like I don't know if the registration is going to go up this week, but it's a bit smaller. I think primarily because lots of the big teams were racing Redlands this last weekend.
Oh, right.
So they're probably taking a break. But we're in really good standings for USA Crits right now.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's good.
What location are you in again?
I'm in Athens for the whole week.
Oh,
Georgia.
okay.
Georgia,
Danny. Athens,
Right.
Georgia.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. Georgia.
Wait, so
Georgia.
That's the craziest thing though is the lapping the field, because the USA cycling officials, they don't use like chip timers or anything. So I always are so amazed how they're able to like know.
It's just someone there with the
like they have a camera though too, so like they can go.
We had chips too. I think they're definitely using
you guys did?
chips more often. I don't know if they use them in the pro fields. They almost, I'd say like 80% of the time have chips. Definitely not always. Like I bet since they had chips for Sunny King, that USA Crits is implementing chip timing through the whole series. And I bet ACC will be the same later in the year when we start doing the ACC races, but races outside of series, probably don't have chips. But it was a short course, so we definitely knew the potential for somebody lapping up. And we want to always like try to stack the break, and there were a lot of moves where we had multiple teammates up the road, but they all came back. And I'm like, it's so funny because after like the 10th move, you're like, the next one's got to stick, right? Right?
Just never ending.
Yeah.
Have you done this race before, Esma?
No, this was my first time doing Sunny King. I loved the course, and I love the people. It's so much fun. It's like you have to, since you're kind of in and out every weekend and it's a short race, like you have to enjoy the surrounding town and the community, or else you like lose so much of what makes bike racing fun. I think for gravel events, like you're there a couple days early, you like have all these like pre-race stuff, like activations, and like there's not really any of that with crit racing. And so if you just keep your head down, show up at the race for an hour and leave, like you really aren't getting the full experience. Like Athens is so much fun. The community really shows up for it. And actually, since it's not too far, Anniston is like 2.5-hour drive from Athens. A lot of the same race promoters were at Sunny King, who will be at Athens.
Do they do like amateur races as well?
Yeah, they race all day. I think the racing started at 8 a.m. at Sunny King for like the women's like 3, 4, 5 lower categories. Then you have masters and juniors, and then the pro races are always last for the pro men, pro women.
That's cool to see. It's like really inclusive and everything. With these crits.
Yeah, it is. It is like those lower cats sometimes have to go really early, like inconveniently early, but yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So good weekend. And then we had a para teammate who had nationals, para national, road nationals same weekend, and she won one of her races and second in the other. So she also is coming home with a new national title.
From the US?
Amazing.
Yeah, Samantha Bosco is our para athlete. We only have one rider who is outside of the US, which is Ureli. She's from Mexico.
Yeah, she was at Sunny King, right?
Yeah.
Wait, she looks,
She's amazing.
You know how people on social media can like portray themselves as like funny or like crazy or like in like all these different personalities. She seems like super energetic and so funny.
She's so
like,
fun. Actually,
from the few videos that I've seen on just the Caldera like Instagram page, I'm like, wait, she looks really funny.
Grace and Ureli would get along for sure. Like, she is so fun.
I like your Oakley glasses you're all repping.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, the arrow.
Apparently they save. My friend who works at one of the shops in the UK. They save like 4 watts.
Whoa.
Danny,
yeah, the ones I'm wearing are the ones that PFP wears. I love them.
Oh.
Like, might have to get a pair of them. But
yeah,
the
Danny,
problem
do you have a sunglasses sponsor?
Not really. It's just like my mate at Oakley who sends me glasses in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, well then get a pair.
Yeah, I might actually. But like my head is so small that those glasses, like people laugh at it all the time. So those glasses,
you just have to embrace it.
I don't think there'll be that aero on me because there'll be gaping sides.
Yeah. My head's really small, but I'm like, I have a round head. So they fit.
Yeah, maybe we'll
but
try
honestly though,
them.
I feel like on any like on all the Caldera girls, they look a little bit big, but I'm like, I feel like they also look sick at the same time.
Yeah. It's definitely like
you just have to embrace it. And then once you're like confident in it, then you'll be like, oh, I look cool.
It's one of those things like you see it like years ago, I would have seen me and been like, you look dumb. But now I'm like, you look so cool.
It's like wearing like arrow socks or like the people that wear arrow socks like all the way up their calves or whatever. And you're just like, ooh, those people don't look cool, but they are arrow.
And then you
not
put them down a bit lower. I did this because my arrow socks can pull up really high. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll like move them down just a smidge. And then they fell down. So I'm like, okay, guess I got to pull them all the way up now.
Pull them up, put either hairspray or honey.
So I literally was thinking about this. So I wore one of my teammates' bibs and they were like one size bigger than the size that I actually ended up ordering. So they were like riding up my legs a lot. But so when I was a dancer, we would use this like butt glue to keep your like leotards down and like your briefs, that's what you would call them, like under your skirts. It would be like basically like underwear. So we would use this like spray stuff and it was like glue and you would put it on your skin and then like dry it off a little bit and then put it on. And I'm like, I wonder why people don't use this for cycling because like the cycling tan lines.
Smart.
Like,
keep them crispy.
So many bibs ride up.
Yeah.
And like, I have 2 different pairs of or like styles of Velocio bibs, but they both like fall at different lengths.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I wanted to keep a tan line, I could just like glue it to that line.
So there's a photo of me 2 years ago at Mid-South in the sprint finish and my aero socks are totally down and I was like, that has ruined every image. So now I literally am paranoid. And obviously in gravel, when you're going through river crossings and stuff,
oh my gosh,
like, they're so easy to come down. So I literally either hairspray or if I'm desperate and I've forgotten my hairspray, I put honey around the edge of it.
That's
and then,
so funny.
Then they don't move.
Yeah, I will say we're using Defeat socks, the Defeat Aero socks. And they're pretty sick. Like they stayed up the whole crit and it was 81 degrees. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you've had some good weather. Well, no, I can't complain.
Thanks.
San Francisco.
I have thick ankles, so
San Francisco weather was amazing, and everyone's like, "It's basically summer here." Then all of a sudden, this storm came in.
San Fran NorCal is so unpredictable.
I feel like it's always rainy there.
Yeah, the last weekend has been pretty demoralizing. And it's
so that's your home base until Otter?
So today, so I've been out here like a week and a half now. It's actually been so nice. I've not really done this before, Otter. I've normally just come in, done like 3 days, 4 days, then straight into it. Whereas I've actually been able to do a really decent block, which has been so good. So I've been here a week and a half, and today I head down to Santa Cruz and I'm seeing like Haley and Lesby and Rob Britton. We're spending a night together, which is cool. And then we head to Monterey early tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's nice with the jet lag too.
Exactly.
So you're like,
I just need this year. I'm trying to get it a bit better. Because like I think travel's just sensitive to everyone, and my body
Totally. And you just like feel like you're constantly in like flight mode. Like,
exactly.
it's just go, go, go. Like, I'm so happy we're here for a week. It just feels good. Like, it's I don't know. Like, I've always flown in and out of races, even if it's just weekend after weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, it feels so good to just chill and be
I know
here.
too, people have talked about that side of it, like flying in earlier, and obviously it's not ideal for a lot of people, but that, and then also like investing in, like making a bigger investment in where you're staying for races instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna pack into a 3-bed Airbnb with 10 people versus being like, it's a 3-bed Airbnb with 3 people, or like
and
3
having
couples,
a
so that everyone
bed
has
for
like their own
yourself.
space.
Oh my gosh.
Like last year, there was this one Airbnb, and like some of them wanted to party after the race, and some like we were getting up at 3 a.m. to get our flight the next day, and some of us didn't want to. And then I was like, I'm too old for this shit. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do my race, go to bed, and it was funny. I was just like, do you know what? I'll pay a bit extra next time. I've got way better at doing that. Like, no, I don't want to do that.
And if you do plan early enough ahead, like the price might not be that different.
Yeah, I think Sea Otter is me and Brad were like looking at the prices, and it is just a joke. Like, the accommodation is like so ridiculous.
Well, it's because it's California.
Yeah, exactly.
And Monterey is expensive too.
I literally was messaging my coworkers this morning, and I was like, oh, if anyone hasn't looked at the weather, here's the weather, just so that you guys know what to pack. Because if anyone listening,
how cold we were?
I know you guys have been to Sea Otter, but like, Esma, have you been?
Yeah, I went like 3 years in a row when I was with Specialized.
Yeah. So it's like, we all know, like, the morning is freezing, the afternoon you're like dripping in sweat. So I was like, okay, here's the weather.
So
like,
true.
it's gonna be 40 degrees in the morning and then like 60 and sunny in the afternoon. So I'm like, just think about what to pack.
Yeah, exactly. I can't believe it's Sea Otter again this week. It's crazy.
I'm so sad I've missed the last couple years. Oh my gosh. I know, and the summer's gonna fly by. It's just years are going.
I wish you were here, Esma.
Oh my gosh, guys. Robert broke his collarbone again.
I saw that.
He's okay.
That's not good.
It's much better than last time. But I had to tell y'all.
He's already biking again.
I know. I was like, how did you get up there? He sent me a video. I'm like, what? He's feeling good. I think like right when it happened, because his very last race he did was Littleton and he broke everything. And then this Redlands was his first race this year and he broke the same collarbone.
Redlands, did you see the speed of the crit?
And pouring rain.
Yeah, like that.
Was that today or yesterday?
That was yesterday. It was the penultimate day. Or the Queen stage, I should say, and pouring rain.
Yeah, I saw that on Caroline Monty's Instagram because she was doing feed zone stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I think they did
good. I think
70K. The boys. Oh, what's that in miles? I don't know. 40 miles.
Yeah,
in like an hour 35.
I know.
That's insane.
It's fun to watch Redlands from afar. I don't know. I actually yesterday was my first road race. Technically speaking, it was like 50 miles and it was actually so much fun because so much more happens in it. I was like, this is like what I watch on TV. it was really fun. But yeah, I liked watching Redlands from afar. I don't know if I'll ever go do a proper stage race. I don't know. I'm just not super suited for it. Maybe one day.
What's been your tire choice as for your first crit?
Ooh, 28 millimeter Conti GP 5000s.
Snaps to that. Those are the best tires.
And I was running like 58-ish PSI.
Yeah.
I felt comfy. I felt good. There was a pretty ripping corner, probably around 35 miles per hour was our like top speed in the crit. I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it was like a little over 35. I think we averaged 24, and then there was a downhill corner, and I felt great.
Amazing. See, it's so funny, isn't it? Because I run so much lower pressures now, but like when I was road racing, some of them would be like 90 psi. Yeah, you need to run 90.
Yeah, but that was probably with the tubes, though, right?
That with tubes? That was even when we started going tubeless. But yeah, with the tubes, obviously you go higher because I used to do that on my TT bike.
But even with tubeless, people were
because there's this one girl on our old team, and we were all like, she's on JCO now, but we were like, it worked for her. But I remember when she every crit 90. I was like, no.
Most people
fear for my life.
It's actually crazy. There's like not that many. I like don't want to jinx it. Usually people aren't crashing because of that. They're crashing from clipping a pedal.
Oh yeah.
Or running into somebody. But I think people have their tires pretty dialed for crit racing now.
Yeah, I bet.
Rain is
such a big
tricky.
Part of it,
you have to trust your tires. Like they really can handle a lot if you ride your bike right and distribute your weight properly.
Well, so how often do you change? Like I remember when I did crits, I was changing my tires like once a season. But do you feel like you wear through your tires more now, or you're just like, oh, I'm going to put on a fresh set because I want to feel like they're new to give you like more confidence?
Yeah, good question. I think it kind of depends on the tire running. Like I was running Vittoria Corsa controls most of the last couple years, and I was running through them. Like I was definitely, but it was because I was training a lot on them too. I think it just depends how many miles you're running on your tires. So like if you have race specific wheels or training wheels, like you ideally do want to keep your race tires at, you don't want to necessarily be training on your race tires. So I do, I think you want to keep the mileage relatively low because most of the race tires are softer for a reason. I don't know. I'll have a training bike, but my current race bike I've trained on quite a bit over the last couple months. So,
wait, so
like
what's your training bike gonna be?
It's the same.
Oh,
whoa, that's bougie. Your setup is so dialed.
Yeah,
okay, Caldera, Aurora, Medical Racing.
I know. Go girls. Thank Laurel and Kendall. Thank you, Specialized.
Yeah, they're working.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
They really set us up for success this year. We have the best equipment in the game. We're so happy. So, and we're, again, super good opening weekend for the team. And we know it's not always going to be like that, but like you do have to like really pat yourself on the back still and like embrace the wins and like the highs, and then just keep moving forward and trying your best. So very excited.
Slay.
Well, everyone here's just been talking about bike tires for Sea Otter. What are you running?
Oh yeah.
I need to go and see the course because some people have reconned it and said it's so loose. But then obviously we just had a whole weekend of rain. And I think they had the same.
Is it supposed to rain any more heading into
I think now it's pretty much done.
I think maybe a few days before Danny. But I remember last year, I'll say this just to give you a prep for your recon ride. But I remember last year, like I was on 2.2 Race Kings. Wait, maybe I wasn't. I don't know. But there's no rain up until Monday. So literally thank you to Mother Nature because all of the setup for Sea Otter and Teardown will be sunny each day and it literally doesn't rain till Monday. But I remember last year there was like a bunch of rain ruts or river ruts, whatever they call them. And then it was like super loose gravel.
Yeah.
But it's also like I feel like Danny, you're set up in a really good position where like in the US there's not a lot of races that are really narrow like this. And you did Sea Otter last year, but it's like these roads look more like the Hills gravel race that you did. Like, narrow.
That's why I think I quite like that I remember last year it was just like everyone panics up that first corkscrew, but and to be fair, even I did, but it all came back together. But I quite like the narrowness because I think that's what I'm used to. But Bike Tires Direct kindly sent me some tire options. So obviously I was talking to Dylan about it, and he's like Thunderbirds. Blah blah. Which I have got them, but currently I've actually got 45s on. RX on the front, RS on the back, because I'm trying out some new wheels. Can't really talk about them too much.
Ooh.
So I'm going to try that setup. And then if not, I might put a Thunderbird on the back just because the key climb at Otter is pretty slippy. But the RX actually corners way better than the Thunderbird. The Thunderbird is great, but it's actually quite a slippy tire.
It's quite slippy, especially for mountain biking too, I've heard.
Yeah, exactly. So I persuaded Brad to run Thunderbirds for Oregon Trail last year. He had a terrible time. He finished them.
I love Thunderbirds. I think that they work really well because
they roll fast.
Yeah. But like I like the thickness more.
Yeah. Well, this was a really like sandy, slippy course. And he finished them and he was like, get me the RX. Get me the Schwalbe RX right now.
But I think that would be, honestly, I feel like the 45s would be a good setup because now that we're talking about it, I remember last year, like Drew and Trey, like all these people were like, I wish I had 45s on. And Keegan won on.
What were they running? Were they running smaller or bigger?
They were running 2.25s.
There's a lot of climbing. And I know the Thunderbirds are light, but there is a significant
So are
amount
45s like considered on the narrower side now?
Yeah.
Nobody's running 38s or 42s.
No. Like literally,
like Brad's running 40s because his bike only takes that because he's riding like an all-road bike. But like
it's so funny too because like when I first started riding gravel, I was like, oh yeah, like I think I'll go on the bigger side and do like
45s,
47s.
I did my first gravel race, which is Rancho in Spain, which is so chunky, like the chunky, like gravel plus. I did it on 38s.
Yeah, guys, when I like 4 years ago, when I was like actually riding gravel and like buying gravel tires, like it was 38s for the like lighter gravel and 42s for the heavier gravel.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's funny too because like I literally was riding. There was like a section of my ride yesterday that was gravel, but like it was at the very end of my ride, so I like pumped up my tires more than I normally would, and I was on 45s, and I was just like the whole time, and I was like, get me off.
Wait, but then I was literally at a coffee shop this morning on my S-Works SL8 tarmac with 28s, and these older gentlemen were like, they literally asked me, they were like, those are pretty big tires.
Stop.
And like, is that, they asked me if it was for mountain biking. And I was like, no, this is literally the fastest road bike. Like
I've been riding around on the road on 32s and it's actually been unreal.
Isn't that so funny?
Honestly.
Yeah, 32s are great for training.
For training, it's so good. Which actually leads on to Paris-Roubaix chat quite nicely. Because they were all running.
But Sea Otter.
Oh yeah, but what?
Let's go back to Sea Otter.
Okay, before we get to Paris-Roubaix, because that was like insane.
I don't want to talk about
that one, what's it called? The first paved climb. I feel like that'll be best for smaller tires. But also, how are you feeling going into it?
Oh, that's cute. Do you know what?
Thanks for asking.
I actually feel so good right now. I just need to have a smooth race. Yeah. I just need it to all click because I feel the strongest I've felt in a long time, which is really nice. But I just need it to all go smooth.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll do my best.
Wait, and so going back to last year, I feel like I have all the questions this week.
Yeah.
Because like
last year
I wasn't racing.
I didn't.
But going back to last year with Unbound and how you had low iron, right?
I had everything. So this time last year, all I know was I felt awful and exhausted, but I didn't exactly know what was going on. And I had just done a pretty good result at the hills, so I was just like, oh, I'm jet lagged. Oh, I'm tired. And then it was Sea Otter. I woke up the morning of the race and I said to Brad, I was like, this is not good. I'm exhausted and I've got to go and do a race today. And I can honestly say after the first corkscrew, I was like, this is going to suck, this race. I'm not myself. Like I just had no like attacking or anything. I couldn't follow anything. I just was like riding around. And then I went back home and that was 2 weeks before Tracker, and they were like, oh, you've got an immune system infection, like you shouldn't be riding at all, so just rest and then just do Tracker. So I went into Tracker like not riding, got through tracker, got an okay result. I was like, oh, must be on my way up. But then training, like, I remember I was riding up this hill and I had a 5-minute effort, not even all out. And I stopped after 2 minutes and burst into tears. And this is like 2 weeks before Unbound. And I was like, something's seriously not right. So then I got a UAE team doctor actually looked at my blood results and he was like, if you're on the team right now, we'd pull you out of every race. So you need to seriously think about what you're doing. And it's basically where
your like ferritin levels were really low.
It was, so my iron levels were low, but I also, where my immune system was so messed up, I basically was acting as if I had mono still. So gosh. I had mono, but they can never identify exactly when you had mono. Yeah. But they just they were like, your immune system's so low, this dormant virus isn't going. It's just active. So you need to totally stop everything.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why, at Unbound, I stopped doing everything for, I think I was off like a month off the bike.
And did that help? Like just resting?
Do you know what? It definitely did, but I still have to be so careful because what happened last year is I rested and then I was able to start training again, and then I'd do a result, get sick, do a result, get sick. So like I was so vulnerable. So that's why off season last year I had to make sure I did it properly. And I do honestly think from a period of my racing where I was under fueling, like Red S, that was a big part of all of this happening, which is why I'm a big advocate in eating healthy now. And even now, it's only recently, I mean, I mentioned it on a pod before that I'm working with a nutritionist and it is crazy the amount you need to eat. And I was so naive to all that. And I genuinely think that's why I'm feeling better and able to, I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm recovering way quicker. So in theory, I should be in a way better place than next year.
Yeah, because that's why I was like, I wanted to touch on that because I feel like this was like the start of you not feeling the best into the race season. So it's like you now having this confidence of feeling way better and just knowing, because it's such a mental thing too,
100%.
of you being able to fly across the world and then be like, I feel so much better than I did last year.
Yeah. No, do you know what? In this last week in training, I've been like, Brad, I was like, I look back now last year and I was like, what training was I doing pre-Sea Otter? Because I think I was just like, could barely do any of my sessions. And I was like, oh, I'm just good at it. But like, I look back now and I'm like, well, my prep into it has been way better. But I mean, you don't know what's going to happen, but I definitely have more confidence than last year. And I mean, the field is absolutely stacked. Like, Rose is flying straight from Paris-Roubaix over right now, which is crazy.
She had a ripping race too, and like a girl.
I mean, Cecily's been living out an RV, reconning that course like the back of her hand. But I'm just, do you know what? I don't feel the pressure. Like, I'm not in Lifetime. I'm a wild card. So you could say, like, I'm gonna go all in to show that I want to be part of that Lifetime. And
but you have a plan A and a plan B, and like
exactly,
that's the best position to be in.
Yeah, because I honestly do. Sorry, you go.
No. What were you gonna say?
Because I do think sometimes by being in Lifetime, everyone gets that pressure.
Absolutely.
And then
are you kidding me? Yeah. I can't even imagine
of having to like overperform.
Yeah,
exactly.
And there's only like so many races. Like everyone counts. Every race counts. Like actually,
and literally anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Yeah, I know. I can't wrap my mind around that. Like the amount of pressure around each race for the Lifetime folk. It's already such a selective thing to get into, and then it just gets even more selective when you start racing.
For sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, like, Danny, I like how when you go into races, I think I asked you this once, I was like, oh, who's on the start list? It was for like the Great Britain gravel nationals. I was like, oh, who's on the start list? And Danny was like,
clue.
I don't know, I didn't look. And I'm like, wait, I love that.
I've actually,
you can't control the people showing up to the race. You can just control how you've trained.
Yeah,
exactly.
I've gotten so much more chill. Every year I get, honestly, every race I think I get more chill. I'm like, I'm here, I'm ready. Like, you gotta back yourself, you gotta trust yourself. everything else, like who's there, what they're doing, like it doesn't matter. Like
100%.
take care of yourself, like do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And then
this is when I think having a coach is so important, because that you trust is so important, because I know that he's done everything in his interest to get me to my best place possible for this race, and I believe in what he gives me each day, and I don't question every session I'm doing when I go out there. I'm like, okay, he's doing this for a reason. And if I don't, he'll be like, well, Danni, we need to do this because of this. And I'm like, oh yeah, of course. And I think that's another big change I made last year. For me personally, is believing in the people that are giving you the program and stuff. And if you have all that dialed, then just go in and do your thing.
Go in and smash it.
TrainingPeaks looks like, babes.
What's my TrainingPeaks? My TrainingPeaks says now rest and absorb for the race. Because I have had a pretty hard week actually. But a week that I've thrived off of. But my TrainingPeaks is definitely okay, now you need to just absorb that and take it all in. Which is I mean, I opened it today and it's just a nice easy ride, and the next couple of days, and I mean the work is done. It's just you're not gonna gain any from now till Thursday, so just resting. How do you work your TrainingPeaks around working on the stand and stuff, Grace? Because I think this is what's mad, that this show is incredible, but it wipes you out.
Oh yeah. So I thought that I had something in my teeth. So I am bringing my Hoka recovery slides.
Yes.
I'm not recovering for anything other than working at the
booth.
You're on your feet all day.
It's so true.
Yeah. So I also have high arch inserts in my Nike sneakers.
Nice.
I will be wearing my Nike sneakers. Last year I was wearing Adidas Sambas.
Ooh.
This year I don't care about how I
your
look.
feet.
Yeah.
I don't care about how I look.
They look great. I'm a big fan.
I wore freaking Adidas Sambas at the Philly Bike Expo a year ago, and it's inside in a convention center on cement. My heels were
I bet
crushed.
Yeah.
So this year I'm literally only bringing 2 pairs of shoes, and it's the sneakers and then the recovery slides.
Yeah.
But the expo is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The only time, I talked to Drew about it, my coach. So he was like, in your TrainingPeaks, I'll put in threshold stuff this week, because he was like, the VO2 max stuff is 4 or 5 weeks long or something. I think it's 4 weeks long. So he was like, we'll wait to do that after Sea Otter.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Sea Otter is basically just a get in whatever you can. I have no workouts planned this week. Today's my rest day because yesterday I rode for 7 hours. But then tomorrow I'm flying all day, traveling to California.
Yeah.
So I'm my bike will be packed. I won't be able to ride tomorrow. And I'm packing my bike today at work. So I'm I won't be able to ride later today. But it's literally, you may see me biking up the hill to the freaking expo.
Which I'm sorry is an effort in its own. Right? Yeah. When someone goes, oh, should we ride up to the show? The first time I did it, I was like, how?
Riding to the show is the hardest part.
So terrible. And I literally was I was telling Drew, I was so this is probably going to be my only exercise for the day if I feel motivated to wake up and ride in, because it is going to be cold in the morning, 45 to 50. And last year I was riding in and we met this guy on the pre-ride with Dylan, Drew, and Trey. And he works at 5 Dev. And so we were riding up the hill together, and I was like, oh, I met you the other day. We literally, he was at a stoplight and then I rolled up to it. And I was like, oh, hi, I met you the other day. And he was like, oh, hey, blah, blah, whatever. We start climbing up this hill, okay? It's it feels 20 miles, okay? I was like, oh, you can go. I'm on 2.2s. He's on 38s. So, And he was also on, or 32s. I don't know. He was on a road bike, and I'm like on my gravel bike. So I'm like, you can go. Like, don't feel inclined to stay with me. Like, go do your thing. And then he was like, no, like, it's fine. Like, we can just ride and talk. And I was like, no, like, it is fine. Like, just go, please. And he was like, no, it's fine. Like, I'll ride with you. And I was like,
you're not getting the hint here.
And then I was like, literally like,
and then trying to talk.
Freaking tempo the whole time. And he's like asking me questions, just chilling. And I'm like dripping in sweat because I'm like overdressed. And then
you're like, well, that ruined my day.
I was like, oh, I'm going to take off my jacket. Like, I'm going to stop here. You can keep going. You can keep going. And no, I'll stay. Like, we're almost there. And I was like, no.
Do you know what? I've got really good now at just like letting people go and they're still trying to talk at me, but they're having to like look back, and I'm like, well, yeah, if you want to talk to me, I'm riding this space.
Yeah, it's
you have
true.
to get, it's hard, but you have to get way more like that.
Yeah. Which I think I do. I think I do much better now because it is like the people pleasing of being like, oh, I'm so strong, I can keep up with you. And now I'm actually like, wait, that actually takes
ruins
back from your training than just going your actual zone 2. And I'm also like, by the time I get to the booth, I'm sweaty. Like, literally, my coworkers were like, so what do you like bring in your bag for Sea Otter? And I'm like, okay, so normally I bring like a whole new set of clothes. Like, I'm wearing my kit up there, like literally everything. Like, sports bra is drenched in sweat. Okay, new sports bra. Okay, I will have like my work sports bras and then my like ride to the expo sports bras for Sea Otter, and then I'll get there, change everything. I have deodorant. I've sprayed deodorant. Potty. I'll have my makeup. Like, I'll have everything.
Yeah.
And I'm
we have Bonk Babes stickers.
Yeah, I do. In my bag.
Yay.
Yeah, I'll have Bonk Babes stickers at the Stan's booth.
Oh, fun.
Sweet.
Yes. Yeah, but it'll be fun. It's just like hard because it's like, yes, I work 9 to 5. I work 8 to 5 every day, but then it's like when you go to an expo that's 9 to 5, but it's really like 8 to 6.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like you get back to your hotel and then you don't have to go to any team dinners, but it's like you just get back to your hotel at the end of the day and you're just like, I cannot fathom riding a bike right now. That's why I'm like,
if you
only
do you
like,
have,
I have to ride in the morning.
A wearable that, because TrainingPeaks, obviously some of the wearables like I don't know if you have a Garmin watch or any watch, actually links up to TrainingPeaks. So like when I wear my watch, it's like body battery. If I've had like an intense day, it's like body battery low, and
tells you your fatigue.
TrainingPeaks adapts to it, because that's what's quite good when you're not training but you're doing something else. And obviously if you're not putting any sport in TrainingPeaks would be like, oh, okay, you're fresh, let's go. But whereas if you have a wearable that tracks that and it uploads
whenever
to TrainingPeaks.
I wear Garmin watches on my wrists, they give me a chemical burn.
Right,
I'm not even joking.
Okay, maybe try a different watch.
Yeah, the only wearable that I use is my Oura ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Oura ring shows you your like stress throughout the day, and it's so funny because I'm like,
the
my
whole
stress
day
is always so high, and especially like if I'm like
all the time.
like if I'm at work working on like a bike for a video and recording myself for like 2 hours, it'll just say that I'm stressed the whole time. And I'm like, guys, well, I feel like I'm not stressed. Like, I'm just literally,
I'll have like, they'll be like, you were more relaxed today. And it's like, your relaxation time was like, not even an hour. It was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And it's like, that's more than usual. And I'm like, oh my God.
I think my Oura ring's been super sensitive to all this rain I've been riding in, because it is like not happy with me right now. And I'm like, I'm not as bad as what you're saying, I feel. But I think it's because it was just getting like soaked. I don't know. So my body temp was like up and down.
Yeah, I need to learn more about the body temp thing because I do not understand it.
Yeah, I think I need to learn a bit more about it because I'm like, yeah, it fluctuates quite a lot.
I actually love to get one of the body temp readers that clip onto your heart rate monitors.
The core temp?
Yeah.
I did use them, but they're not that accurate. even I think they've updated it now. I think I've got the old one. Maybe the new one is more accurate.
I don't know. That
people were destroying themselves heat training because they were like, my body temp says I'm only at 37. Like mine did it. And I was like, oh, I'm not hot enough. And then it suddenly flipped up and I was like 39.5, like, which is equivalent of a fever. Like dying, which obviously is what you're meant to get to, but I just kept pushing my body. But so I think their new one maybe is more accurate.
I think Drew used one of those core body temp things.
There's core, I think, is H drop 1, 2.
Oh yeah, maybe there's probably more.
But
now.
he was saying that when it's summertime and you're like in the sauna and then riding outside at the same time, like, or if it's like May and you're riding outside and then you're in the sauna after, he's like, it's actually too much heat throughout the day. Then you should be.
That makes sense. Yeah, you don't see a lot of people heat training once it's hot outside for a reason.
Yeah, people are definitely on like burnout mode with that. Like I have like proper conversations with it with my coach, and he's just like, it's amazing, but you do have to periodize it around certain times.
Well, it's also so weird too, though, because I feel like a lot of people doing the indoor heat training thing, but whenever I'm riding inside on TrainingPeaks Virtual with no fan or anything, I feel like my power goes down so low.
100%.
So
you're
I'm
already,
like,
you're already.
I don't know how you're having a successful like training session and like gaining fitness while being drenched in sweat.
That's the point though, is like, don't you
blood plasma.
I think the protocol is like you're watching your heart rate and your power, and like it's not about you at some point
about
stabilize.
Fitness.
And you at some point you're adapting and you're stabilizing. But
so so the whole like in honesty, like the most accurate way to do it is to watch your heart rate versus the temperature, I'd say, and sit at a certain heart rate, and then you'll notice once you've heat adapted that you'll be able to push slightly harder watts in the same heat for the same amount of time.
But it's also like you can do that for like 30 minutes after an endurance ride versus like doing intervals with like, you don't have
I
to
honestly wouldn't even recommend doing it as intervals. If you're gonna,
it should just
because I know a lot of people will probably be doing it pre-unbound and stuff, but like you don't need to do intervals. And
I do think it's easy to do it to overkill. And again, going back, Danny, like that's where coaches come in and like the experts, where it's like, hey, like no, like you do this for 20 or 30 minutes, like at zone 1, zone 2, heart rate, power, blah blah blah, after an interval ride.
100%.
Yeah.
Can we talk about it now? Holy moly. Okay, what I will say is actually being in the US, you guys have it so good because you wake up and it's the good part of the
racing. I know, it's great, actually. It works out really well. Sometimes, like, some races, well, I don't know, like, it's pretty good.
Some races are done at, like, 6 a.m. Eastern time.
Really?
And you wake up and the winner's already, like, announced.
But for Roubaix yesterday, I woke up and we were, like, in bed, like, with our coffee, watching
like 70,
it.
80K,
guys,
sport too is so good because it's like you wake up and it's the last like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours of the race, so it's perfect.
I honestly think Roubaix is the best bike race to watch.
It's literally the best bike race, because there's so much that goes. It's like flat enough that it's more open, and it's like technical enough that like riders who maybe like are better on the technical side, but maybe not as like strong can shine too.
Well, and I think it is actually unpredictable. Obviously, the favorites are going to be at the front, but there's so much adversity. I mean,
even like Matthew had some really like all of his mechanicals cost him.
I have to say, I think Grace's boyfriend Van der Poel had the most impressive race. Sorry, Trey.
Yeah, it's true. I can't believe he rode back.
And I think you look at him and Pogačar and what they did at the end shows that they just genuinely had to put in such an effort. That Pogačar didn't obviously I do think is a better sprinter, but Pogačar did such a big turn that of course he's not going to have
so much. I think we all knew going into the velodrome, we're like, there's no way. Yeah, like you said, on paper should also win this, but the Tade did so much work, and Tade knew he also he was getting stuck at the front for a reason.
Exactly.
Tade.
And that's why I think he like respects it, doesn't he? He's
totally.
Like, he just owns it.
It was actually, he owned it. He absolutely owned it. As soon as like then they were both taking digs at each other too, like wowing him. It was incredible. I was like, this is so good.
It's so insane. And then when you look at Van der Poel, when Jasper Stuyven, yes, he got third, wasn't it? Did that attack, you could see that Van der Poel was like, I can't chase that down. Someone else needs to. So waited for Mads, but then that moment, obviously, whereas normally he would never wait. And I think that just showed that he had expended all his energy in that.
Yeah. And even like watching Mads race the whole race too, you're like, dang, like so gritty and like so impressive. Like so many times kind of like dropping off the back, chasing back on, and he still was able to be in that group at the end.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking cool.
I think it's amazing seeing the teamwork as well. Like, they turn themselves inside out to get back. But that's what was impressive with Matthew. He Jasper, bless him.
I
with
know
that whole bike change.
I was like, what happened?
I've only watched half of the men's highlights so far.
Okay.
So I saw that, but like I didn't really see anything.
I woke up this morning and there was all these like posts like, did Shimano pedals ruin his race? Like, let's just be frank. Whether Matthew got on that bike on and it works, the same, he was still going to have to eventually change to his bike. So the situation was going to be.
Wait, but I was so confused though. Did they have different pedals?
So Jasper was trying out some new Shimano pedals, and they clearly don't clip in exactly the same as maybe you have to have a different.
Why
SPD.
Would they put their Why would the Alpecin team?
Well, also though it's Jasper and Matthew. Like never would you think they're gonna be like the fact that Jasper
bikes.
gave Matthew
but it's
his bike.
I know.
Like Jasper could have won that race.
I don't know why Jasper didn't carry
Matthew
on.
Matthew could have.
Because when Tadej punctured, they left Florian up there because Florian's got second at Roubaix before. He's got fourth at Roubaix before. Like that was a backup plan if Tadej. So that did confuse me about the team.
I know. I was shocked when I was like, that's Jasper getting off his bike. And then Jasper took his front wheel and put it on.
But then you also don't. Oh, yeah, then Del Grosso. I always say Del Grosso.
Yeah.
He was amazing because I think that was a good idea that they had the quick release on their
No, you're so right.
wheels. And he did like a very calm wheel change. I think that was very impressive.
That was really smart.
Because he's such a young guy.
And you actually you gotta stay. You can forget that stuff really quickly when you're in race brain.
Yeah. And I think it was a bit like, Tadej, why didn't he wheel change instead of getting on the Shimano bike? But and that's what all these comments, but it's like, guys, when you're at your limit in a bike race and someone's throwing you a new bike, like you're thinking, I can just get on that bike rather than standing at the side to do a wheel change.
You're as fast as possible.
It does make me laugh, like all the people that are just so quick to comment, but they never think about what these cyclists are going through when their heart rate's like in their mouth.
Funny. It was so funny watching Tadej absolutely send it, I think, in the final 5 to 10K, and he overcooked that corner. And Wout had to correct and because Tadej almost went down.
Yeah, that was insane. And then I think Matthew nearly did it on
everyone. And then do you see Zoe Backstead?
Yeah.
Crazy corner. I'm like, all these cyclocross racers, they're just
they can just handle their bikes.
They're going ham.
And then the women's race was very cool. I think obviously it was sad that there wasn't full coverage, but I will say that at least we got the decent part of the racing. You know, I think obviously there's been a lot of media about but look, we never used to get any women's racing. And I will say the bonus of this is that the girls out there racing got the full crowd experience because everyone just waited for the women to come through. So I think there's pros and cons, and I still think that we saw a decent amount of the race. I was so sad for Marianne Vos. Obviously she's been through so much, but still what a ride by Jumbo Visma. No, they called that? No, they're not even called that anymore. Jumbo Lisa bike.
I know. I still call them Jumbo. I know. I feel for Ross too. With that being said, you're still the GOAT. Nobody can take away all the wins. you have all the world championships, and, like, it's really cool to see an underdog win, and, like,
you can't win them all.
you can't win them all.
And
And, like, it
Francie
is
would,
it's a team. I think the team probably felt it's tough when it's 2v1 and you lose.
yeah.
I think that's an extra
100%.
burn.
But
Yeah.
Francie, it was nice. Like, let's be honest, she's always on team duties
She's
for Demi.
domestique.
And
Yeah, 100%.
always. So she's always turning herself inside out for someone else. And I think at Strada, her and Chabby showed themselves that, you know what, like the classics, we're actually really strong.
So
And it
strong.
was so sick seeing her like tear the field up yesterday.
I like get goosebumps thinking like what that means to them and like her reaction afterwards. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, her boyfriend Riley, he's so sweet.
Yeah, that was
like,
so
crying.
cute.
So good.
And I'm stoked on FDJ just in general. Like they put together a squad where they're like, actually, I think a lot of teams say things like, oh, we like want to give all riders a chance. And like, we know everyone has like the ability to win a race, but like, then show it, prove it, like give them the opportunity.
Exactly.
And like, I think FDJ truly is doing that. Like with Shabby and Franzi, like just this year, they're having multiple women win monuments and world tour races on the squad.
Sure.
Like that's saying something.
Exactly.
So yeah,
and I will
chapeau
say
FDJ.
It was a impressive ride from Rosa.
Oh my gosh,
gravel girl,
yeah,
getting off the front, doing 70k solo. I genuinely believe if she had a couple of people that went with her, like she's so strong that I mean you never know. Like I'm sure the teams would have done what they could to bring it back, but I think it was super cool to see her just try it and get out there, and
totally,
it must have been an incredible experience to be out there 70k solo with those crowds. So chapeau to her, and we'll see her on the start line at Sea Otter.
There's a gosh, I forget what her name is, but there's this gosh, I wish I could remember her name. It's like she's from France, so it's like I don't know how to pronounce it or spell it. That's
that's
how bad I am with that stuff. But she like was a professional triathlete and now she's on Canyon SRAM. She just announced.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I don't know who it was, but
yeah, she's a boss. She used to do like run her, I can't remember if she did, I think she did full Ironmans, like that was her distance, but she would literally run with her hair down, like in the marathon would run with, and I was like, how are you doing that? My hair would be in a freaking ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Canyon SRAM's cool. Them bringing on a ton of just providing opportunity for non-traditional athletes and routes.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Now I really want to figure out what her name is.
Yeah, I saw that post too, Gia. I don't know who it was. I'm not in that space.
I literally like follow her on Instagram though. That's why I'm like, Anyhow,
it was a very exciting weekend of racing.
Yeah.
Classics are nearly over. That's crazy.
I know.
A couple more to do.
I'm so excited to hear how Sea Otter goes. When do you race? What's the schedule?
Thursday mornings. Yeah, it's literally so tomorrow.
10 a.m., right? It's a late start.
10 a.m. It's
Thursday,
late
10
start.
a.m. Okay.
Because what I find that so annoying because it gets so hot. I'm like, I genuinely would love to start at 8 a.m.
Yeah. Totally.
Anyway,
even earlier.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll roll with that. Super excited for that. Yeah. See how it goes.
Yes. You gonna wear that road ID, girl, during your race? Make sure you're safe.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, we need to say a big thank you for Road ID for keeping our episodes going. Everyone should know what Road ID is by now. But if they don't, do you want to describe it?
Me? Yeah. So Road ID is a wearable that you can use. I had one way back when. I think it was like 3 years ago. My mom got it for me so that I would say safe on the roads because we know how moms are when we're riding our bikes.
My mom, honestly, every day messages me.
Yeah, literally. So it's like you can put your name on it, your emergency contacts, any allergies, medical information, stuff like that. So it's really helpful to have just in case there's a crash or anything. God forbid, on the road, or if you have a medical emergency and someone finds you and can call your loved ones and make sure that you're all good.
I honestly thought about it a lot when I was on the top of the ridge here in San Francisco in this rain and storm. I honestly got a bit scared because Brad bailed on me.
That looked scary.
He actually did say he felt bad. He was like, when he left me, he was like, I was actually really worried because it was such bad weather. And I was like, well, road ID.
Yeah.
Well, so that's wrong.
Also, like, I walked into my doctor's appointment the other day, and it's like, I don't have any emergency contacts on file at the doctor's office because I'm like, okay, my emergency contacts live in different states. So I'm like, hopefully I can survive whatever. But I'm like, I just feel like I don't need to have an emergency contact because it's not like someone will be able to immediately come and get me. But I told the lady, I like held up my road ID at the doctor's office and I was like, oh, I have my emergency contacts right here.
I love that.
Oh, perfect. And I was like, okay, wait, it does work for like multiple different things.
Have you seen all those memes where it's like an emergency, when it's like when your emergency contact's with you?
Yeah.
It's like me all over.
Yeah. What your emergency contact is doing.
Yeah. This is my emergency contact.
Yeah. Literally so Robert breaking his collarbone and that's your emergency contact.
No.
I believe Bonk Babes 15 will get you some discount. Or roadid.com/Bonk Babes will take you directly to the page with the discount applied.
Yeah, I think too they have tags for dogs. Like someone messaged me at the local bike shop that is in the town that I live in, and he was like, he got this little wiener dog named Gary, and it's a puppy.
Cute. Gary.
So cute. I posted him on my Instagram story. I was like, this is the cutest shop dog ever. But he messaged me and he was like, hey, what's y'all's road ID code? I need to get Gary a new dog tag.
So if you need a dog tag, please pimp out your dog. Yeah. Cool one.
Pimp out your Garys with the dog tag.
There's a wiener dog here at my host house whose name is Jared.
Oh,
so good.
So cute.
All right, I've got to bounce on the road to Santa Cruz.
Bye, baddies.
Bye, baddies.